You are welcome to Development of Science Teaching Materials. I am your course facilitator, Nihad Goni. This is the last session of Unit 1, Session 6. In this session, we'll be looking at magnetic chalkboards and projected materials. By the end of this session, you should be able to 1. Describe a magnetic chalkboard. 2. Give at least 3 advantages of the magnetic chalkboard. 3. State the 3 classes of projected media. And 4. Explain what steel projected display materials are. Let's look at this image. Which kind of information can we get from looking at this image? What are the ways that this board is displaying information? Now, let's see. The image that we just saw is a magnetic chalkboard. It is a framed iron sheet with porcelain coating in black or green color. This kind of board is such that it can be written on with chalk sticks, glass marking pencils, and crayons, or to display pictures, cutouts, and light objects with disc magnets or magnetic holders. As we saw in the picture earlier, we saw chalk marks, we saw cutouts, objects with disc magnets being held onto the board. And that is what a magnetic chalkboard is. The magnetic chalkboard is like the normal chalkboard. The magnetic aspect of it makes the difference. And so, because of that, the various points discussed for the effective use of a chalkboard is applied for the effective use of a magnetic board. Do you remember the points to consider to effectively utilize a chalkboard? If not, kindly refer to Session 3 of Unit 1 to revise and review the point. Movement of visual materials on a magnetic board is flexible. Because of the magnet holding the object, it can easily be moved about on the board. Let's look at some advantages of the magnetic chalkboard. It is a versatile teaching aid. The magnetic chalkboard can be used for various functions because of the ability to move objects around on the board. And so, the teacher can make it adaptable to various functions. Also, as I said earlier, it makes it possible to move visual materials by sliding it along the surface of the board. Magnetic chalkboards are very light. You remember the materials we use for producing it? An iron sheet and a pin. Because of that, it can be easily taken from one place to another. As I said earlier, magnetic board can easily be prepared to in school because of the materials that it is made from. Iron sheet and some good paint. And so it is very economical to acquire a magnetic chalkboard. Now, we are still on visual materials. And another type of visual materials, apart from the display boards, is a projected material. Projected materials are instructional or teaching media that may require the optical projection or the instrument we call the projector. They require a hardware, which is the equipment that projects it, and also the software, that which contains the content of the information. Projected materials, normally they project an enlarged image onto a screen. Now, talking about the projection system of projected material, that is part of the hardware aspect of projected material. The projection system includes a power source, a lens system, a means of holding the image, a lamp, and a screen. Based on the type of material that we are projecting, projected materials can be put into 3 main groups, and they are opaque projection, still picture projection, and cine projection. The cine projection can also be called the motion picture projection. Now, let's take them one after the other. Opaque projection. What we mean by opaque projection is that type of projection that does not need any real preparation of software. You don't need to sit down to go through the content of the information you want to project. Opaque projection normally involves both 3 and 2 dimensions materials. Steel projected display material is the second class of the projected media or material. They include all the visual materials which do not incorporate movement and require an optical projector to show them to a class to enable the teacher and the learners have a discussion about the projected media. Steel projected display materials do not need an optical projector and do not incorporate any movement of the image that is being shown. It includes some of the most useful visual aids that are available to teachers and trainers. Some examples of these will be discussed in our subsequent unit. Some questions to try our hands on this session. 1. Describe a magnetic chalkboard. 2. Give 3 advantages of the magnetic chalkboard. 3. Take the 3 classes of projected media. And 4. Explain what steel projected display materials are. We have come to the end of this session and the end of this unit. Congratulations! In this session, we looked at the description of a magnetic chalkboard, its advantage and limitations, and we concluded with an introduction to the 3 classes of projected media. That for any resource that we are going to project, we can categorize them into opaque projection, into the still picture projection, and the cine projection. More of these projected material is discussed in our next unit. Thank you and see you in our next unit. Bye.